Can you hear me? There you go. I think it's going to be the good song for today. I'm going to raise this a little bit here. And I'm going to make myself a little bit aware today. All right, good morning, everybody. So once again, today's Tuesday, July the 8th, 2025. And we got a couple of things going today. Let's see if we got the consumer credit at 3 p.m. I think that's it. There's going to be a quiet AM session. No news. So whatever move is going to be doing, it should just continue on what it's been up to. Hang on, guys. Let me just double check to see if I'm live here currently. Trying to make things easy for myself here. I'm live here currently. Trying to make things easy. Okay, so I guess I can hear myself, and yeah, we'll just see what's today's stream entails. Okay, let me just get my thing set up. Let me see here. So this is the news for today for X Factory. Okay, that's just fine. But this week again, something to be on the lookout for is going to be FOMC meeting minutes. I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow, and then Thursday, and then unemployment claims on Thursday. But that's not a big deal. Yeah, just FOMC tomorrow meeting minutes. So just something to take a look at for tomorrow. Let's see here. That's for me. And we are in this range here. Hold on, I want to make sure that I get things aligned here with time. That's the one thing I'm factoring in missing here. Oh, sorry. Let's do them bigger. Bigger and in the middle? No, not in the middle. It's the bottom and is like that. Very good. The reason I do this is so that I can see it in my mind that at 11:30 I want to cancel this idea out, right? But pretty much what I'm trying to see is right now is the market going to be reaching down to these relative equal highs up here? That's kind of like where I'm aiming at right now. You'll see that we had this dealing range from this high to this low, then a dealing range from this low to this high, and then we made a retracement down here. And it's been kind of tough to hold right now recently. You'll see that we had an entry here at 8:30 a.m. where the price dipped down into deep discount, deep discount. And we're looking to see if price is going to be just continuing upwards. Up to this lower high first, which would be yesterday's Mondays at 8 o'clock, or if it would reach down even to this highs. That's ideally where we would want to see price go. Let me get that. Let me get this. Paste it here instead, just so that because I'm mostly actively trading here instead. All right, so that's what I'm currently looking at the moment. We have a failure swing that occurred around 6 a.m. It's failure swing, but look at the S&P 500. See that we had this low, low, lower low, low, higher low. See that? So that's our SMT study for today. So who's the strongest one right now? NQ. NQ is the strongest one right now. So it's gonna be rushed to meet that. I don't know what you call it, supply or demand zone. It's gonna be in a rush to meet that buy side liquidity. So again, we're aiming for these highs up here, or these highs up here too. As well as we also have leftover liquidity from from pre-market session today. So at 7:45 a.m. we made those highs. Those are the highs I strongly believe we're gonna be reaching towards to, and you'll see that we're almost reaching it right there. I'm gonna go for pre-market highs. That's gonna be like our level 1 take profit, and then level 2 would be up to the lower highs, which were made from yesterday's AM. So we'll make an alert letting us know that we've reached there actually. So seeing this reaction is really good. 2260 crossing up 2260.1. 0.3, let's do 0.5. Okay, let's see if it rings. Once it rings, well, let us know. I strongly believe that that's where we're going today. Okay. What are we seeing in terms of the hourly range? Well, let's see. If it's 9 o'clock now, we have to refer back to 7. So 7 o'clock we had this. Um, look at this again. Okay, you have a low high, lower high, lower low. Okay. So this in itself, type 2. Okay. But this low, you have to be interested in comparing it to what low? Let's take a look at this low here. Nope. Maybe there was an imbalance here. Let's check a little higher. Notice that there was a reprice. Still close below it. Well, that's interesting because I would consider this as a daily range lower, starting from 9 o'clock. But anyways, this higher time frame price action is in play, so I still believe that we're going to reach up to those old highs right there. Let's see here. Yeah, low high. Oh, of course you lost the signal. And that's not what I want to do today. Okay. So again, we're looking at these highs, which I pointed to this morning. Notice how if you would have gone at the deep discount level, have yourself a 20 handle stop loss right there. Right now that would have been really good. Really, really good. See that? 1.7. We're looking for this whole range to play out to make this new stock market highs. And again, why do I still want a all-time high stock market? Again, bonds have been dropping. So it's going to cause what? The interest rates to play a reverse side of it, right? So interest rates are going to start skyrocketing. What's going to make the people invest in the dollar? If they can get a more of a higher return on their investment, people are going to flock towards the dollar. Dollar's going to be making higher highs. I'm sorry, not the yeah. Dollar's going to be making higher highs. So if that's going to be happening, then what's going to happen to the stock market? It can still go up higher. It'll just be a little bit more challenging. It's okay. Point is that right now we're in an area where we want to see higher highs be formed, as well as the seasonal tendency right now. Stock markets tends to make extreme higher pricing, especially in July. July is pretty much like the buy rally usually of the year. So I'm also referring to that as well. And let's take a look at the dollar real quick. See how it's recovering itself. Those interest rates, man, from since last week on Tuesday. So today, look at that uprising in the dollar. Let's take a look at the CFD again. Let's just see how we get close to our profit objectives. So we said it. This high was made at 2160.4. We had the alarm set to go off at 22,760.5. Up by a point. I'm sorry, not a point. A little tick. This is CFD, so it's a little bit more. What's it called? See how the CFDs, so from a whole number, let's take a look at 2250, right? Down here. Notice as it goes 2250.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, up to 0.9 pretty much. In futures, you wouldn't be seeing that. Futures will be seeing 22,750 point and a quarter, 22,750.5, 22,750.75, 3/4, and then the next whole number. Okay, but in CFDs, it goes up by like point tens, and like a tenth of a decimal. So, and look at that, it's challenging up those highs again. Let's take a closer look, see what's going on. Notice that you don't even have to. If that's to be like extremely accurate. You don't have to be extremely accurate. You can just set your stop, your take profit just a little bit below it. You know, because this is CFD's markets. You know, like everybody has different prices when it comes to CFD. Like, watch, if we look at this at like a different broker, it probably would have made that high already. Let's try. I'm sorry. Let's try this. What is this? Capital. Okay, so then let's try skilling. 22,759. You see that? 22. We never really made the 22,760, but this one made the 22,759. What's another one? Let's try the PF markets. 22,760, 22,770. Wait, this one's 22,777. Okay, let's try it. Look at one more. Yeah, I think these are the only ones that have it. I think it's trymarkets.com. 22,760. No, that's 22,762.64. See what I mean? So it's like everyone has different quotes. So when you look at your favorite YouTuber, like letting you know that how accurate they were about their exits, and you see them trading CFDs, like it's just dependent on who your provider, your liquidity provider is. Because sometimes everyone has different highs. You just saw it. I just showed you guys. Right now we're referring to capital.com. So if everyone's referring to different highs, you want to make sure, and you're managing money, you want to make sure that you're just a little bit below it. If you're aiming for highs, if you're aiming for lows, you want to aim just a little bit above it. That's why you have to make sure and see that that high is from this low to this high. It's enough of a range for you to get a 3RR, a minimum, because think about the commissions cost. So some of these people be charging commissions for you just to enter, and not just to enter, but to get out as well. So you're paying for this whole round trip commission for you to get in and out into the market. And if you see that, your risk to reward is like 0.5, you're risking $1 to make 50 cents. That 50 cents profit is going to probably be like a quarter, because like you're also paying for commissions. Now I'm just using figurative numbers, but you get the point. You're making less than your initial investment. You're okay with that? Cool. How would you feel if you make even less and your returns were promised because of commissions? So it's just a factor to consider when you're trying to take it to a market. That's why, like, if you want to invest in something, anything, make sure that it has there's enough range in play for you to like net something, 2RR, 3RR. That way you can pay off the commissions and still eat off the profits that you've been making. That's all I'm saying. And that was that is a hard lesson for me to learn, because for months I was looking for reasons to be a buyer with a one tick stop loss, or a 1 pip stop loss. And it sounds foolish now talking about it months later, but I mean that's really how I was spending my time, just trying to find setups and trying to find order blocks and things that made sense to me, and find reasons. In a way, I was kind of like preconditioning myself and self-convincing that this is possible, this is doable, without even considering slippage, without even considering like the commissions that you'll be paying just to enter. It's at some point it's like not even worth the point to try, because like if you're just spending all these time commissions and you're making some profit, like I mean at the end, are you really making money? That's the thing I was considering about. So that's why lately I've been just considering like day trades. Um, Not that I've given up on scalping. I love scalping. I want to really get my analysis on point on day trades so that I can get really good scalps. Like this I would consider a scalp actually. This 20 handle stop loss on a CFD market, I would consider that a scalp entry. It's a healthy range. 20 handles is it's pretty reasonable. It's 1.7 RR or 1.76 if you took a little bit of profit here. That's still pretty good. You know, you're risking $1 to make $1.60. That's pretty good. Not like if you were trying to hyper scalp. I mean, of course, by all means, do a 10 handle stop run. Look at that, 10 handle. But you got to be willing to accept the fact that you might lose 2% on this trade, 1%, half a percent. You're trying to pass a prop firm. Can they even allow you to do this? What? I don't know, guys. I don't want to name prop firms right now. But yeah, so it's gotta make sure that you're not spending all this time paying off commissions and you're not even getting the best fills. And then what? You're just gonna reach to a buy side liquidity level. Sure. Then you realize that your profit gets eaten up by commissions. That's Or the other day, actually, on Reddit, I saw this guy or this gal, whatever. They were trading their prop firm account, and they got into 3 trades. And not only did they lose on those all those 3 trades, but they had like a five handle stop loss each trade. They were like, oh, it's going down. Okay, let's go on to sell. Oh, okay, now it's going up. Now I'm going to buy. Now I'm going to sell. They were just like following price action, and I mean I still get so tempted to do that. So I don't blame them for doing that, and I've made that mistake in the past as well. And but when you look at their P&L, you saw the losses they made plus the commissions that they were paying too, just to get in and out. It's crazy. So they lost more than what they had planned. And if the number one rule is to protect your capital in this game, then I guess they broke the number one rule. I've done that as well. I'm not saying I was the perfect trader. I've done that kind of stuff too. I just told you guys I was looking for that one handle stop loss or that one pip stop loss, thinking that I was gonna be getting the perfect fill and whatnot. And imagine trading like FOMC or CPI and that, like it's gonna be like forget about it, super discouragement. And all the while, you're self-feeding yourself this hyperbolic intentions as well as like unreasonable like expectations that you're gonna be making money you know when it comes to the real life things. Like you're not always gonna get the perfect fill. You're not always gonna get the exact entry that you want. So just make sure you have a healthy stop loss. That's all. Okay, it's 9:17 now. Let's see here. So we got a 5 minute. And I believe this is MQ, right? So let's see what's been going on with. Oh no, this is US 100. Okay. And again, the reason why I'm using the US 100 is so that I can refer back to these. I can refer back to the US 100 as like my live reading, and the MNQ since there's like a 10-minute delay. But I'm looking at MNQ right now, and this made a low higher high. Let's see what's going to happen in futures, because something else that I've been noticing too is that you can actually do some SMTs on the futures contract versus the CFD contract of the respective instrument. So like last night, I think I saw this on the futures contract of the Australian index market versus the CFD. I don't know if I still have it labeled here. I was doing a self-study. No, I didn't. I don't think I deleted the markings. But pretty much, like I saw some SMT going on there, and yeah, I compared the lows, and it just reacted off, accordingly how you would expect SMT to behave. So I guess that's another little tip when you're considering SMT. Like look back and see if SMT is present when you're comparing CFD contract versus the actual futures market of the instrument that you want to, trade. Okay, so now we're having this dip here off that low high, off that high that I told you guys about. The high came in at 22.7.3. This high came at 22.7.5. So I'm 60.5. And where's my alarm? 22.760.5. Okay, that's scary. Oh, well, it's crazy perfection. I'm surprised it didn't trigger actually. Because, do you see that now? It says it went up to 22.760.5, and my alarm was set at 22.760.5. That's crazy. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna count that as a win. I'm gonna count that as that we reached up to that high. Okay, no problem. So if that's the case, we've taken the pre-market session highs from this morning, and now we're looking to see what other signs of liquidity can price take up. So let me show you what else it is that I'm looking at. If prices to go up higher, I'm looking at Monday's buy-side liquidity from 9:30 open to liquidity to be tapped as well as yesterday's. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh no, we don't count Sundays, so we gotta lower that down a little. Yeah, Friday's high. So Friday's high, buy-side liquidity Monday. Ideally, these highs, Thursday's lunch liquidity. Which again, I'm aligning with dealing ranges. So we have this lower high here, and then the higher high from Thursday. So that's where I'm aiming at if we're gonna go higher. I just need to. What am I waiting for? I'm just waiting for an SMT to happen. So I'm waiting for sell side liquidity to get tapped, getting on a breaker, go in my DR, let it cross 25%, and then come back down on the discount. And that's it. We go up higher. That's really what I'm waiting for, like a slingshot effect. Either that or a good turtle soup. A good turtle soup would be coming back down to let's see, what's this? 12 a.m. open. No, that's not liquidity. London. Okay, so we can anticipate something like this going on, coming back down to the London range low. Where is my session liquidity? Oh my gosh. Where are you? Where are you? Wow, is it not here anymore? That's weird. Where did it go? Like, I don't know if it's trading view or what, but oh. Hold up, guys. What is going on? So I have an indicator that shows me the session liquidity pools for each session, and what the heck? It's gone. I don't see it in my studies anymore. That is so weird. You know what could save me? Hold on, hang on, guys. I think I have it here. Okay. So I'm gonna copy this, come back down here, and yes. All right. So what the heck, man? What is? I don't know if I misclicked or something, or if it's like a trading view thing. But I mean, what the heck is this, man? I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like lock these, because these are really important to me. I need to know where exactly the liquidity pools are, you know, in sessions. I feel like this is the one thing that I can actually automate. Hang on. See, there we go again, moving things around. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's really important to me. Put MNQ here again. So we reached up to these highs already. But what time? What time did that happen? No, I need to know the exact time this happened. Yeah, reached back to equilibrium. 9:08. So it's 9:24. So we should see it tap already. Oh, it didn't. See that? 9:08, but it tapped at 9:08 here. So what do we see that? SMT. Interesting. Yeah. So we should be seeing a reasonable sell right there. You see that? Hang on. See what I mean? I'm still looking for that ultra scalp. We could be aiming for this sell side, this sell side. Do we see any sessions? See, this is why I need my sessions. We have London low sessions. What else did I say? So London range low. Yeah, London range low, and as well as Monday's Asia sell side. So we could even see up to this. Right? Was it there? Yeah, right down there. And how is it looking so far? So far, I mean, look at that reaction up that 25% level. Volume imbalance. Busy. It's going to act as a inverse. Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. So 4 minutes till the stock market opens up. I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen next. We're going to see what happens next here, guys. Let's take a look at the US 500. See how we had that high reaction there that was left over? Oopsies. Uh-oh. Look at that. High, low, low, high. Take the breaker one, cross 25%. What are we seeing here? That's not good, guys. I still wanted to see higher prices, but seeing how we've been reacting up here, I don't know. Dollar has been going up too, so risk off scenario. So there's also that probability that we might see lower prices as well. I was on the side of things being bullish, but seeing how things are reacting so far, things could be reverting here, guys. So that's the case, no problem. Just aim for these lows, aim for the London session, and aim for Asia. All right, here we go, guys. See that? Whoa. Let's take a look at a more further analysis, right? So it's 9 o'clock now. Let's look at 7. Oh, yeah, we had that low high. Mm-hmm. high, low, lower, high, lower, low. Okay, we have this type 2 dealing range, so it's tap meet. Okay, so we have reached external range liquidity. We got the 8 to 830. We could also be just going down to discount here to continue up going upwards, because this we're still also in this dealing range as well. But that's why I want to take a look at this right here. Okay, so we have a low high. Oh, no me digas. 5 seconds. Here we go, guys. 9:30 opens. What are we gonna see? Continuation selling? I think so. Now, if I was in this trade, this would have been looking good. It would have already, since it had crossed already the 50%, I would have set my stop loss already to break even here. Being it's so close to 9:30, you would have just moved your stop loss down here, just to pay out the commissions, just in case. But since there's no news, I don't anticipate that much manipulation today. Like it's gonna keep going up and then go for a sell. So let's see here. Notice how look we went down to 25% here. With this bullish DR, if you're looking for bullish prices as well. Like I'm still on the bullish side, you know. So I still really want to see higher prices. So sticking to my guts here. But let me see here. What's been balanced? Cool beans, see that? Oh man. So we still have this external range liquidity here that we tapped into. Alright guys, London. See that sell? So we have Asia's low to target or London lows. If you want this to be an ultra scalp, set it to London lows. See if that gets taken. Let's set our alarm to go up to London lows. If this was a high news day, it would have been like a Judas swing and then sell. But since there's no news today, I think it's going to be more direct. At the same time, this is good, right? This is going to throw off people who are thinking that it's going to be like a huge buy day directly. Only to them what? Like then come up with a price action like this. This will disincentivize weak longs. I mean, think about it. If you're like feeling bullish, right, like I was this morning, you want to get in any reason to get into a long. You see price actions start acting in this behavior, all of a sudden you have a perspective shift. You want to follow price action. I say, you know what? Maybe this is not, no, maybe this is not safe anymore. I want to short this. Nope. It's only going lower just to get into discount. Okay, and we're going to discount, and then it's going to continue going up upwards. But for this time, I think it's a day where we're going to see some manipulation, which, I mean, we already saw it here. You saw that SMT, how we were comparing it between the futures contract and the CFD of the US 100 NASDAQ. So we saw that low high print on CFDs, but a lower high print on futures. So that was like our first hint taking that low to high, crossing down 25%, getting on the quarter, and look, little to no comeback up to that, and that would have been good. Let's see here. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. You want to see how our targets get hit right now? Also notice that we've reached our external range liquidity on the 30U range. See that? London lows hit, price target went down, wick down. Where's the next? Next one is the Asian lows. That's our next form of liquidity down there. But we'll see. I mean, listen, this is still a big liquidity pool, so we'll see if price has things in mind. Maybe we'll see a S&T divergence firm on the lows, and then what? We'll be using that for reasons to keep going up higher. Hang on, guys. Okay, had to had to sneeze there. But look at that, nice 3.46 entry. That's nice, no? Let's take a look at the let's take a look at the S&P 500. I'm sorry, US 500. Where are you? We have a low, lower low, low, lower low. Okay, so things are playing according to plan. I still think we're going to see lower prices now, possibly reaching up to Asian lows. Now, how would you get into a trade? Well, the first thing you got to tell yourself is that right now, if you get into a trade, you're following price. You're literally just following price right now. Unless you see no form of retracement happening and a swing high being protected, you can possibly get into a inferred or implied order block down here. Set like a stop loss entry on the opening of that, and then set like a 12 handle entry, and then just something short. But you have to find reasons why that swing high will be protected. It's 9:37 now, right? So let's take a look at the 8:30 to 9 o'clock. You see that we have a new dealing range. Okay. Let's take a look at 9 to 9:15. Okay, 9 to 9:15. Look at that. We had this order block here. That's what we will refer to as balanced price range. That's too high up. I wouldn't want to refer to that. If you're doing a trade like this, props to. I mean, I can't. That's to me. I'm still following price. Um, yeah, I wouldn't want to do something like that. This was a little bit more safe for me. The whole entry on quadrant level, that was much more safe for me. Okay, wick down, gap down. That's a good sign if you're bearish. Let me crack open one with the boys. And no, it's not anything crazy. It's just water, guys. Relax. All right, so this is a good sign. Where else are we going now? I believe we're still going down to this copy price. No, let's set up an alarm. Price crossing down towards Asian. And let's set ourselves our sights down here too. No, let's go down to making a little party out of it. Celebrate the stream. Would you be scared if you're on that short and you saw this happen, or will you be quick enough to like set yourself to break even, and then you see that big candle bullish? See, that's what I mean. That's the kind of stuff that I was immersing myself into. That kind of emotional damage where I would immediately set myself to a stop loss, immediately, only to then see price go against my trade, and then it just disrespects myself. Look at that. That would have probably count as a close on my stop loss already, because CFDs, different slippages, even though it's not technically hitting your stop loss, you would have been gone. There it is. And now, if you're in this long-term position, notice where you would have been taking lows. I told you guys, right here, at low, first take profit. London lows. Or you could have set your London lows to set as first take profit. Or now that we're making this swing low here, notice we made a new lower low. So I anticipate price, if we're still going to keep going down lower, I would anticipate price to retrace up to 75% or 50%, but mostly 75% most of the times. Find reasons to go short, keep going down lower from there. But what was I saying? To go back to my previous point, you would want to take your first take profit down this external range liquidity, and then what? You still have a little bit left over, aiming for those Asian lows. Excuse me. Okay. So we're also back at the open, 12 a.m. So think about this like as a as like we're designing a candle, right? We have the open, low, higher high. This is the close right now. So what will we be seeing right now? We will probably be seeing a black candle. In my case, a black candle means it's a bearish candle. So we're having a lower close compared to its open. The moment the price trades above it, we're having a small doji candle. Think of it as like a small doji. That's occurring right now, live, as it's printing. Okay. See this? High, low, and then US 500 is low to high. Which one will we be taking? Sorry guys, I went quiet on y'all. I was looking at the 930 open float here. I'm just thinking, right? I mean, think about what I was telling you guys earlier. Like, if we're gonna see price keep going down, right? Once we had made this new low, this dealing range from this high to this low, and now we made a new lower low, price should have reacted off the 75% level and it kept going down lower. But what are we seeing this right now? What is this? It's consolidation, right? Or it could also be time distortion. So we're starting that 950 to 1010 macro. let's take a look at the MNQ, see what price has been doing in terms of excuse me, in terms of what was I? Um, ORGs. Let's take a look at ORGs. Let's take a look at our ORGs. So this is the opening range cap, regular trading hours. So what are we looking at here? We have this low to high, high to low. Oh, sorry, this is, and let's get rid of these lines. They're kind of annoying. Okay, ORGs, why are you here? What's this? All right. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. We have that close to opening. So we're going to reverse that. Close, open, premium opening. Didn't quite trade to consequent encouragement. So we're going to see if price was willing to go upwards here. Okay, and then now we'll see this happening. Let's see here. And that, so we have a premium opening. So I'm going to treat this as like a busy. Then there's my favorite one, the one that I keep telling you guys about. There's the electronic trading hours opening range gap. So we have that that midnight opening at that's right here, opening, and then there's the close right here at 3 p.m. So closing. So it's a busy again. So we're gonna try to see if we're gonna treat this as like a busy discount opening to go up higher. So if it's been treated as support, went down to get what liquidity, sell stops right there. So we're gonna see if that's gonna be used to take price upwards. Hang on, guys. So we're seeing that price made that new low here, remember? So we're going to retrace back up, trade back to 75% or 50%, continue the original plan, going down to sell side liquidity here. Notice that now we made a new low. And now will this retrace to 75%? So notice, look, this trade would have been canceled out. No problem. Hang on, guys. I'm just going to take a quick screenshot for myself here. I really do think we're going to head down there to Asian low people. Notice that 75% reaction. Once it reaches out to Asian lows, I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close the buy stream. I'm sorry. Yeah. So what was I saying before? Sorry, I'm just dealing with a bunch of things for you in the back end. But if we take a look at the opening range gap from the regular trading hours, so if we delete this and look at the where are you? 9:30. No, not the. Here we go. What do we see here? How many handles? 58. So this is known to cause high resistance liquidity run conditions. So price is going to be jacket before it reaches like its actual take profit. Let's see here. What else? What should I look at? Oh yes, now that 9:30 is over. Let's see how what cost it here. Oh sorry, spacebar. Oops. Okay. Also notice the model 20. I just realized this is model 2022. We broke up the highs, right? Broke down the swing low, the rally gap. See that? That's SIBI. Consequent encouragement. Sold. Sold. I really think we're reaching down here. If anything, I don't want to admit it, but we could probably dip back down to these levels right here. Yeah. Let me look at this. Where are our other places of liquidity? Look at that 9:30. Oh boy. Hang on, this was dipped already too. Notice that's interesting that that it dipped down to those levels, but maybe Monday's Asia's. That's all that's left. Okay. If you want me to put music on on the live stream, let me know. I think that's what I ought to do next time. All right, I'm gonna just let this go, guys. And yeah, so I'm just looking at price here. I still do think we're gonna reach Asian lows, so watch out for that to be met soon. And we're gonna see what happens next. Okay, I'm gonna go on mute for a bit. Alright, so I heard the alarm. I came back running to my desk. Alright, what did I miss? Look at that. Reach down to Asia lows, which was the primary objective, right? We were saying about these lows getting taken, London lows, and now we were just aiming for Asians. So I'm about to do it today, guys. So I hope you guys liked the live stream. Let me know what you thought about it, and I'll catch you in the next one, okay?